Hey Pisces, I need to share something with you right now because the energy coming through these cards is honestly making me sit back and process everything. You know when you just get this feeling that something significant is unfolding and you need to talk about it? That is exactly where I am at this moment. I have been doing tarot readings for years now, and I have learned to trust when the cards speak with this level of clarity. What I am seeing for you, Pisces, is not just a regular reading. This is about people who have been working behind the scenes, people who thought they could manipulate situations to their advantage, people who genuinely believed they could stop your progress through schemes and manipulation. But here is what the universe wants you to understand today. Their plans are falling apart. Every single attempt they made to create obstacles for you is crumbling. The bribes they offered got rejected. The alliances they tried to form never materialized. The traps they set are catching them, instead of you. I pulled 10 cards for you today, and each one reveals a different layer of this situation. Some of these cards made me pause because the message is so direct, so unambiguous about what has been happening around you and what is coming next. We are going to go through this together, step by step, and by the end of this reading, you will understand exactly why certain people have been acting strange lately, why you might have felt blocked in some areas, and most importantly, why everything is about to shift in your favor. So grab your coffee or tea, get comfortable, and let me walk you through what the cards are revealing about your situation right now. The first card that came through is the Nine of Swords, and I have to tell you, when this card appeared, I immediately understood the energy of your opposition. This card represents anxiety, sleepless nights, overwhelming worry, and mental torment. But here's the fascinating part. Pisces. This card is not showing your state of mind. This is showing the mental state of the people who have been trying to work against you. Let me paint this picture for you clearly. Someone or multiple people have been lying awake at night obsessing over you. They are consumed with thoughts about your success, your progress, your potential. The Nine of Swords shows a person sitting up in bed, surrounded by swords hanging over them, unable to rest because their mind will not stop racing. This is literally what is happening to your competitors right now. Think about how much energy it takes to constantly plot against someone. Think about the mental exhaustion that comes from maintaining lies, keeping track of schemes, coordinating with others to create obstacles. These people are exhausted. They thought sabotaging you would be simple, that a few well-placed obstacles would stop your momentum. Instead, they have created a nightmare for themselves. The Nine of Swords also reveals something deeper about their psychology. They are not just worried about competition. They are terrified of what you represent. Your authenticity threatens their facade. Your genuine progress makes their artificial achievements look hollow. Your ability to succeed without playing dirty games exposes their lack of real skill or value. I want you to understand something crucial here. When people resort to bribery and manipulation, it is because they do not have confidence in their own abilities to compete fairly. They know they cannot match you on a level playing field. So they tried to tilt the field in their direction. But even that did not work, and now the panic has set in. This card is also showing me that their anxiety is justified. They should be worried, not because you are vindictive or planning revenge, but because the universe has a way of balancing the scales. Every sleepless night they are experiencing is a direct result of their own actions. They planted seeds of deception, and now they are harvesting crops of paranoia and fear. You might have sensed this energy around you recently. Maybe you noticed someone acting overly friendly while their energy felt off. Maybe you heard through the grapevine about conversations happening behind your back. The Nine of Swords confirms that yes, there has been activity in the shadows, but it also confirms that this activity is eating them alive from the inside. What I love about this card appearing in your reading is that it shows the natural consequences of unethical behavior. You did not have to do anything to cause their suffering. They did it to themselves. Their own guilt, their own fear of being exposed, their own recognition that they chose the wrong path is what tortures them at night. The energy here is also telling me that some of these people are starting to realize they made a serious mistake. When you engage in schemes and manipulation, you have to constantly maintain the lies. You have to remember what you said to whom. You have to keep people aligned with your version of events. It is exhausting, and the Nine of Swords shows that exhaustion has reached a critical point. For you, Pisces, this card is actually reassuring. It is confirmation that you were not imagining things. The weird energy you felt was real. The sense that someone was working against you was accurate. But more importantly, it is showing you that their efforts are destroying them, not you. You are moving forward while they are trapped in mental anguish of their own creation. The next card that appeared is the Ten of Cups, and wow, the contrast between these first two cards could not be more striking. While your opposition is drowning in the Nine of Swords energy of anxiety and torment, the Ten of Cups is showing your true path forward. This is one of the most beautiful cards in the entire tarot deck, and it appearing for you right now is incredibly significant. The Ten of Cups represents emotional fulfillment, harmonious relationships, joy, family bonds, and a sense of having everything you truly need. This card traditionally shows a family under a rainbow, arms raised in celebration, representing achieved happiness and contentment. What the universe is telling you through this card is that while others are scheming and manipulating, you are building something real. Let me break down what this means for your situation specifically. The people who tried to bribe others, who attempted to make you sick, who competed desperately to stop you, they are focused on destruction. You are focused on creation. They are trying to tear down. You are building up. They are motivated by fear and lack. You are motivated by love and abundance. The Ten of Cups is showing me that your success is not going to come from playing their games. Your victory is going to come from staying true to your values, maintaining your integrity, and continuing to build genuine connections with people who appreciate authenticity. This is why their bribes got rejected. People can sense the difference between someone offering something from a place of manipulation versus someone offering value from a place of genuine care. This card is also revealing something about your future that I think will resonate deeply with you. The schemes against you are temporary noise. The fulfillment and joy represented by the Ten of Cups is your actual destiny. While they are wasting energy on sabotage, you are cultivating real relationships, real skills, real value, and in the long run, real always wins over fake. I am seeing that some of you watching this might be in a situation where you have been questioning whether staying ethical and honorable is worth it. You have seen others get ahead through manipulation, and you have wondered if maybe you should compromise your values too. The Ten of Cups is the universe answering that question with a resounding no. Your path to genuine fulfillment requires maintaining your integrity. The Ten of Cups also indicates family support and genuine friendships coming into focus for you. Remember how I mentioned that their bribes got rejected? This card is showing me why those bribes failed. The people they approached to work against you recognized your authentic value. Some of these people may have even been protective of you, refusing to participate in schemes because they respect what you bring to the table. What I find beautiful about this card in your reading is that it represents lasting happiness, not temporary wins gained through deception. The people working against you might achieve small victories here and there through their manipulation, but those victories are hollow and temporary. Your success, built on genuine effort and authentic relationships, creates a foundation for lasting fulfillment. The rainbow imagery in the Ten of Cups is also significant. Rainbows appear after storms. This suggests that yes, there has been turbulent weather around you recently with all these schemes and attempts at sabotage. But the storm is passing, and what is emerging on the other side is something beautiful and worth celebrating. This card is also telling me that you should not feel guilty about your upcoming success. Sometimes good people feel bad when things go well for them, especially if they know others are struggling. But the Ten of Cups says your joy is earned and deserved. You stayed true to yourself when it would have been easier to compromise. You maintained your standards when others were taking shortcuts. Your fulfillment is the natural result of your choices. For those of you who have felt isolated or alone in your battles, the Ten of Cups brings a message of community. You are not as alone as you might have felt. There are people who see your value, who appreciate your integrity, who refuse to participate in schemes against you. Some of these people you know about others worked quietly in the background to protect you, without you even realizing it. The third card I pulled is the World, and I actually got chills when this one appeared, because the timing and message are so perfect. The World card represents completion, achievement, fulfillment of a cycle, and reaching a significant milestone. This is the final card of the major arcana, the culmination of the entire Fool's journey through the tarot. This card appearing in your reading right now is telling me that you are reaching the end of a major life chapter. Let me connect this to what we have already seen in the cards. The Nine of Swords showed your opposition falling apart mentally. The Ten of Cups showed your path to genuine fulfillment. Now the World is revealing that all of this is happening because a significant cycle is completing for you. You are not just moving past this situation with the people who tried to stop you. You are graduating from an entire phase of your life. The World card features a figure dancing within a wreath, surrounded by symbols representing the 4 elements and the 4 fixed signs of the zodiac. This imagery represents wholeness, integration, and mastery. What the universe is showing me is that you have learned the lessons you needed to learn from this challenging period. You have developed the strength, wisdom, and discernment necessary to move forward. Think about everything you have been through recently: the competition, the schemes, the attempts to sabotage you. All of this was not random chaos. It was the final test before your breakthrough. The World card appears when you have proven yourself, when you have demonstrated that you can maintain your integrity under pressure, when you have shown that you are ready for the next level of your journey. This card is also revealing why their attempts to stop you failed so completely. You cannot stop someone whose time has come. The World represents cosmic timing and divine orchestration. When the universe decides it is time for you to level up, no amount of human scheming can prevent it. The bribes got rejected, not just because people saw through the manipulation, but because the universe was protecting your path. I am seeing that some of you have been working toward a specific goal for a long time. Maybe it is a career achievement. Maybe it is a creative project. Maybe it is a personal transformation. The World card is confirming that you are about to reach that goal. All the pieces are falling into place. The obstacles that seemed insurmountable are dissolving. The path forward is becoming clear. The World card also speaks to recognition and celebration. Your achievements are going to be acknowledged. The work you have done, often quietly and without fanfare, is going to become visible to others. This is part of why your opposition is so desperate. They can see your success coming, and they tried everything to prevent it, but the World cannot be denied. What I love about this card is that it represents success on your terms. You did not have to become like them to win. You did not have to compromise your values or play dirty games. You succeeded by being authentically yourself, by developing real skills, by building genuine relationships. Your victory is clean, and you can celebrate it without any shadow of guilt or regret. The World also indicates that you are about to have opportunities for travel, expansion, and new experiences. As one chapter closes, another opens. And this new chapter is going to be significantly better than what you are leaving behind. The people who tried to hold you back are going to watch you soar, and there is nothing they can do about it. For those of you who have been feeling stuck or limited, the World brings the message that those limitations are ending. The walls are coming down. The restrictions are lifting. You are about to experience a level of freedom and possibility that you have not felt in a long time. And this expansion is happening precisely because you refuse to sink to the level of your opposition. This card is also telling me that you need to take time to acknowledge how far you have come. You have been so focused on dealing with the drama and schemes around you that you may not have paused to recognize your own growth and development. The World asks you to celebrate yourself, to honor your journey, to recognize that you are not the same person you were when this cycle began. The fourth card is Three of Wands, and this is where the reading starts revealing your actual next steps and what is coming for you. After the world showed completion of a cycle, Three of Wands is showing what happens next. This card depicts a figure standing on a cliff, looking out at the horizon where ships are sailing. It represents foresight, expansion, planning, and opportunities coming from a distance. What strikes me immediately about this card in your reading is that it shows you looking forward while your opposition is trapped, looking backward. They are obsessing over what they failed to stop. You are scanning the horizon for new opportunities. They are consumed with trying to maintain control of situations they have already lost. You are preparing for the next phase of growth and expansion. The Three of Wands tells me that you are about to receive opportunities that your competitors never even considered. While they were busy trying to sabotage you in your current situation, you were developing skills and connections that open doors they do not even know exist. This is the energy of someone who thinks 3 steps ahead while others are still fighting over the current square. I am seeing that some of these opportunities may come from unexpected sources or distant places. The ships in the Three of Wands traditionally represent commerce and communication from far away. This could be literal geographic distance, or it could represent opportunities from outside your usual circles. Either way, doors are opening for you in places where your opposition has no influence or control. This card is also showing me strategic thinking. You have not just been surviving the attacks against you. You have been observing, learning, and planning. The Three of Wands represents someone who has done the groundwork and is now ready to execute their vision. While your enemies were focused on short-term sabotage, you were building long-term strategy. What I find particularly relevant here is that the Three of Wands appears after establishing your position. The figure in the card is not wandering or searching. They are standing firmly on solid ground, looking at opportunities from a position of strength. This tells me that all the challenges you faced recently actually strengthened your foundation. You are more grounded, more certain, more prepared than you were before. The Three of Wands also speaks to partnerships and collaborations, but notice the difference from what your opposition was trying to do. They were offering bribes to create fake alliances based on mutual corruption. The Three of Wands shows real partnerships based on shared vision and mutual benefit. You are about to connect with people who align with your values and support your authentic goals. I am also seeing that this card indicates a broader perspective. You are no longer caught up in the petty drama of competition and sabotage. You have risen above it and can see the bigger picture. This elevated viewpoint allows you to make better decisions, to see opportunities others miss, to understand patterns and trends that give you a strategic advantage. For those of you in business or creative fields, the Three of Wands is especially potent. It suggests that your work is about to reach a wider audience. The ships sailing away in the card represent your influence expanding beyond your immediate environment. What you create, what you offer, what you contribute is going to find appreciative audiences in places you may not have anticipated. The energy of this card is confident without being arrogant. The figure is not anxiously wondering if the ships will return. They know they will because they did the work to make it happen. This is the confidence that comes from genuine preparation and authentic value creation. You are not hoping for success. You are expecting it because you have earned it. The Three of Wands also tells me that you should trust your vision right now. Even if others do not understand what you are working toward, even if your plans seem ambitious or unusual to outsiders, trust your instincts. You can see possibilities that others miss because you have developed a different level of awareness and strategic thinking. The fifth card that came through is Ace of Swords, and this is where the reading reveals the mental clarity and truth that is cutting through all the deception around you. The Ace of Swords is one of the most powerful cards for truth, mental breakthrough, and clarity. It shows a hand emerging from clouds, holding a sword upward, often with a crown on the tip. This represents divine truth, breakthrough thinking, and the power of clear communication. What this card is telling me about your situation is that you are receiving or about to receive absolute clarity about everything that has been happening. The confusion, the questions, the wondering if you were imagining things or being paranoid, all of that is being cut away by the sword of truth. You are going to understand exactly who did what, why they did it, and how their schemes unfolded. The Ace of Swords represents breakthrough moments where suddenly everything makes sense. All the puzzle pieces click into place. The behavior that seemed strange suddenly has an obvious explanation. The people who seemed friendly but felt off are revealed for who they really are. This clarity is going to be sharp and definitive, leaving no room for doubt or confusion. I need to emphasize something important about this card. The Ace of Swords does not just bring clarity to you, it brings clarity to everyone involved in this situation. The truth is going to become visible in a way that cannot be hidden, spun, or explained away. The people who tried to work against you through deception are going to be exposed. Their schemes, their bribes, their attempts at manipulation are all going to come to light. This is why the Nine of Swords showed them in such mental anguish. They can feel this coming. They know that truth has a way of emerging no matter how carefully they tried to hide it. The Ace of Swords is the universe saying that the time for deception is over. Everything is about to be revealed. For you personally, this card brings the gift of discernment. You are developing or have already developed the ability to see through false presentations immediately. People cannot manipulate you anymore because you can sense dishonesty the moment it appears. This is a skill that will serve you for the rest of your life, and it was developed through the challenges you recently faced. The Ace of Swords also represents new ideas and innovative thinking. Part of why you succeeded where your opposition failed is because you are thinking in new ways. They are using old playbooks of manipulation and corruption. You are operating from a completely different paradigm based on authenticity and value creation. Your innovative approach is giving you advantages they cannot counter. This card is also about communication and speaking your truth. I am seeing that some of you may have been holding back, staying quiet about what you know or what you have observed. The Ace of Swords is encouraging you to use your voice when the time is right. Your words have power right now. When you speak truth, people listen and believe you because your clarity and conviction are undeniable. The sword in this card cuts both ways, meaning it can be used for defense or offense. But notice that the Ace of Swords is not about aggression, it is about precision. You do not need to attack your opposition. You simply need to state truth clearly and let that truth do the work. The sharpness of accurate observation and honest communication is more devastating to liars than any aggressive action could be. I am also seeing that this mental clarity is helping you make better decisions going forward. You are not going to fall for manipulation again. You are not going to give second chances to people who showed you who they really are. You are not going to doubt your instincts when something feels off. The Ace of Swords has given you a mental edge that keeps you protected. For those of you in legal situations or conflicts that might involve documentation and evidence, the Ace of Swords is particularly favorable. It represents the truth being documented, proven, and made official. If there are records, communications, or evidence related to the schemes against you, this card suggests that evidence is going to be significant and will support your position. The breakthrough energy of this card is also intellectual and creative. You are having insights and realizations that open up new possibilities. Solutions to problems that seemed impossible are suddenly obvious. Creative ideas that seemed out of reach are now accessible. Your mind is operating at peak clarity and efficiency right now. The sixth card is Page of Pentacles, and this is such a grounded, practical card after the mental sharpness of the Ace of Swords. The Page of Pentacles represents new beginnings in the material world, studying, learning practical skills, and laying foundations for tangible success. This card shows a young person holding a pentacle, often looking at it with focus and dedication, representing someone who is committed to mastering practical skills. What I am seeing here is that while your opposition was wasting time and resources on schemes, you were quietly developing real, marketable skills. The Page of Pentacles shows someone who is a student of their craft, someone who understands that lasting success comes from competence, not manipulation. This is why their bribes failed. The people they approached recognized that you have actual value, while they are only offering hollow promises. This card is also telling me about new financial or career opportunities starting to appear for you. These are not get-rich-quick schemes or shortcuts. These are genuine opportunities that come from your demonstrated skills and proven reliability. The Page of Pentacles represents the beginning of material success that is built on solid foundations. I love that this card appeared in your reading because it shows such a clear contrast with the energy of your opposition. They were trying to buy influence and manipulate outcomes. You were doing the actual work to become excellent at what you do. They were focused on appearances and politics. You were focused on competence and quality. Guess which approach creates lasting success? The Page of Pentacles also indicates a mindset of continuous improvement. You are not satisfied with where you are. You want to keep getting better, keep learning, keep developing. This growth mindset is one of your greatest assets, and it is another reason why people who truly understand quality rejected the bribes to work against you. They recognize that investing in someone with your attitude is a smart, long-term decision. This card is showing me opportunities for education, training, or certifications that could benefit you. Some of you might be considering going back to school, taking specialized courses, or getting credentials in your field. The Page of Pentacles says this is an excellent idea. Invest in yourself, develop your skills. The return on that investment will far exceed any short-term gains your opposition might achieve through manipulation. For those of you in creative fields, the Page of Pentacles represents the practical side of creativity. You are learning how to monetize your talents, how to market your work, how to build sustainable income from what you love doing. This is the energy of the artist who learns business skills or the entrepreneur who develops technical expertise. You are becoming a complete professional, not just talented, but also competent in the practical aspects of success. The Page of Pentacles is also about attention to detail and quality standards. You do not cut corners, you do not rush the process. You understand that excellence takes time and effort. This commitment to quality is visible in your work, and it is why people trust you. When you deliver something, people know it will be done right. This reputation is worth more than any amount of money your opposition could offer in bribes. I am seeing messages here about opportunities that might seem small at first, but have significant growth potential. The Page of Pentacles often represents apprenticeships, entry-level positions, or starter projects that lead to bigger things. Do not dismiss opportunities just because they seem modest initially. The page understands that every master was once a beginner and that great careers are built step by step. This card also speaks to your relationship with money and resources. You have a healthy, grounded approach to finances. You understand the difference between spending and investing. You know how to delay gratification to achieve bigger goals. This financial wisdom is going to serve you extremely well, especially compared to people who waste resources on bribes and schemes that ultimately fail. The seventh card is the Devil, and this one requires careful explanation because it is revealing something important about the energy behind the opposition against you. The Devil card traditionally represents bondage, addiction, materialism, and being trapped by unhealthy attachments. When this card appears, it often shows someone who is enslaved by their own desires, fears, or negative patterns. What I am seeing clearly is that this card represents the motivation of the people who competed against you and tried to stop you. They are trapped in patterns of jealousy, greed, and fear. The Devil shows two figures chained to a pedestal, but if you look closely at the traditional imagery, the chains are loose enough that they could remove them if they chose to. This reveals something crucial about your opposition. They are trapped by their own mindset, not by external circumstances. The people who tried to bribe others to work against you are slaves to their insecurity. They cannot stand the idea of someone else succeeding honestly because it highlights their own lack of integrity. They are addicted to control and manipulation because they do not believe they can succeed any other way. The Devil card shows that their schemes against you come from a place of deep internal bondage. This card is also revealing the toxic energy that motivated the attempt to make you sick. The Devil represents harmful intent and negative energy that people direct outward when they cannot face their own internal demons. Someone wished illness or misfortune on you because they are so consumed by their own sickness of spirit that they want others to suffer too. But here is what is fascinating about the Devil appearing in your reading. This card is not about you. You are not trapped. You are not enslaved by jealousy or greed. You are free to move forward while they remain chained to their destructive patterns. The Devil confirms that the real prison is in their minds and hearts, not in any external circumstance. The Devil also represents temptation and the choice between taking shortcuts versus doing things the right way. Your opposition chose the shortcut of bribery and manipulation. You chose the harder path of genuine development and authentic relationships. The Devil is showing that shortcuts come with hidden chains. What seems like the easy way actually creates bondage. I am seeing that some of the people who were approached with bribes to work against you recognize this Devil energy immediately. They sense the toxicity behind the offer. They understood that accepting would mean becoming chained to something corrupt. This is why they rejected the bribes. People with healthy boundaries can sense the Devil energy, and they want no part of it. This card is also revealing addictive patterns in your opposition. They cannot stop competing. They cannot stop scheming. Even when their plans fail, they keep trying the same unsuccessful approaches because they are addicted to the game of manipulation. The Devil shows compulsive behavior that repeats even when it clearly does not work. For you, Pisces, the Devil appearing here is actually protective information. It is showing you the true nature of what you are dealing with. This is not just normal competition or professional rivalry. This is something darker and more obsessive. Understanding this helps you maintain appropriate boundaries and not waste energy trying to reason with people who are trapped in these patterns. The Devil can also represent shadow work and facing uncomfortable truths. Part of what this situation has done for you is force you to confront the reality that not everyone wishes you well. This might have been a painful realization, especially for those of you who tend to see the best in people. But this awareness is necessary for your protection and growth. I want to emphasize that while the Devil represents dark energy, it also represents the exposure of that darkness. When this card appears, it brings hidden toxicity into the light where it can be seen and addressed. The schemes against you are being revealed. The manipulation is becoming visible. The toxic intent can no longer hide in shadows. The 8th card that came through is Justice, and the appearance of this card after the Devil is absolutely perfect. Justice represents karmic balance, truth being revealed, legal matters being resolved fairly, and everyone receiving what they have earned through their actions. This card features a figure holding scales and a sword, representing balanced judgment and the cutting away of deception. What Justice is telling me about your situation is that there is a karmic reckoning happening right now. The people who tried to sabotage you through bribes and schemes are about to face consequences for their actions. The people who rejected those bribes and maintained their integrity are going to be rewarded. You, who stayed true to yourself despite pressure and attacks, are about to receive the recognition and success you have earned. Justice is one of the most important cards in the tarot because it represents universal law and the principle that actions have consequences. Your opposition thought they could cheat the system through manipulation. Justice is showing that the system cannot be cheated. Every action creates a reaction. Every choice leads to a result. They chose deception, and they are receiving the natural consequences of that choice. This card is also showing me that truth is coming out in official or public ways. Remember the Ace of Swords revealing truth with clarity? Justice takes that truth and makes it official. This could mean actual legal proceedings for some of you, but for others, it might mean public recognition of what really happened, or authority figures finally seeing the situation clearly and making fair decisions. I am seeing that some of you have been worried about whether the truth would ever be acknowledged. Maybe you reported unethical behavior and were not sure if anyone believed you. Maybe you knew about schemes but felt powerless to stop them. Justice is confirming that your truth was heard and that fair judgment is coming. The scales are balancing. Justice also represents contracts, agreements, and official decisions. For those of you in legal situations, business negotiations, or any scenario involving formal agreements, this card is extremely favorable. It suggests that decisions will be made fairly and that truth will prevail over deception. Any contracts or agreements made during this time will be balanced and beneficial. The sword that justice holds is significant. It represents the same cutting away of falsehood that we saw in the Ace of Swords. But justice wields it with authority. This is not just personal clarity. This is official judgment. The lies are being cut away by someone or something with the power to make that judgment stick. For those of you who have been treated unfairly in professional settings, justice brings vindication. The people who sabotaged you may have gotten away with it for a while, but that time is ending. Fair-minded people in positions of authority are going to see the truth and make corrections. Your reputation is going to be restored, and the manipulators are going to be held accountable. Justice also speaks to your own sense of fairness and integrity. Part of why you succeeded where others failed is because you have a strong moral compass. You understand right and wrong, and you choose right even when wrong would be easier. This integrity is not weakness, it is strength, and justice confirms that this strength is going to be rewarded. I want to emphasize that justice is not about revenge. This is not you getting even with your enemies. This is the universe balancing accounts. You do not need to plot against anyone or seek retribution. The natural consequences of their actions are sufficient. Justice asks you to stay in your integrity and let karma do its work. The ninth card is the Empress, and this is such a beautiful, abundant card to appear in your reading. The Empress represents creativity, abundance, nurturing energy, and the manifestation of ideas into physical reality. This card shows a figure sitting in nature, often pregnant or surrounded by symbols of fertility and growth. It represents the creative power to bring new things into existence. What I am seeing with the Empress here is that while your opposition was focused on destruction and sabotage, you were in a creative, generative mode. You were building, creating, and nurturing new projects and relationships. The Empress shows that your energy has been flowing in a positive, productive direction, even while dealing with attacks and schemes. This card is telling me that you have been planting seeds during this difficult period. Maybe you started new projects, maybe you developed new relationships, maybe you began creative work that you are passionate about. The Empress confirms that these seeds are going to grow into something abundant and beautiful. Your creative efforts are going to bear fruit. The Empress also represents natural growth and organic development. You cannot force a plant to grow faster by pulling on it. Growth happens at its own pace when the conditions are right. This is how your success is unfolding. It is natural, organic, and sustainable. Unlike the artificial and forced nature of your opposition's schemes, your growth is real and lasting. For those of you in creative fields, the Empress is an incredibly positive sign. Your creative work is going to flourish. You are entering a highly productive period where ideas flow easily and projects come together beautifully. This is the time to trust your creative instincts and give your projects the attention they deserve. The Empress is also about nurturing and support. I am seeing that you have people in your life who genuinely care about your success and well-being. These are the people who rejected bribes to work against you. These are the folks who protected you behind the scenes. The Empress asks you to appreciate and nurture these relationships because they are gold. This card represents feminine power, but not in a gender-specific way. It is about receptive energy, intuition, emotional intelligence, and the power to create through love and care rather than force and aggression. These qualities have been your secret weapons during this challenging time. While others used aggression and manipulation, you used wisdom and grace. The Empress also speaks to abundance consciousness. You operate from a mindset of plenty rather than scarcity. This is why you did not feel threatened enough to retaliate or play dirty. You understand that there is enough success for everyone and that you do not need to tear others down to rise up. This abundance mindset attracts actual abundance into your life. I am seeing messages about fertility and new beginnings. For some of you, this might be literal, regarding family planning or pregnancy. For others, it is metaphorical, representing the birth of new projects, new phases of life, or new versions of yourself. Either way, the Empress promises that something new and wonderful is being born. The natural imagery in the Empress also connects to cycles and seasons. Just as winter must give way to spring, the difficult season you have been experiencing is giving way to a season of growth and abundance. The schemes against you were like a harsh winter, but spring is here now and new life is emerging everywhere you look. The 10th and final card is Three of Pentacles, and this is such a perfect conclusion to your reading because it represents collaboration, recognition for skill, and being valued for your expertise. This card traditionally shows a craftsperson working on a cathedral while others look on, representing someone whose skill is being acknowledged and appreciated by important people. What the Three of Pentacles is showing me is the culmination of everything we have seen in this reading. Remember how the bribes failed? This card shows why and what is coming. Instead, people with power and influence are recognizing your genuine skill and expertise. They are choosing to work with you based on your merit, not against you based on bribes. This card represents teamwork and collaboration of the highest quality. You are going to be invited into partnerships and projects with people who truly value what you bring to the table. These are not the fake alliances your opposition tried to create through manipulation. These are real collaborations based on mutual respect and recognition of each other's abilities. The Three of Pentacles also indicates recognition from authority figures or experts in your field. People who really understand quality work are noticing you. They see your skill, your integrity, and your commitment to excellence. This recognition is going to open doors and create opportunities that your opposition cannot access because they do not have the genuine skills to back up their ambitions. For those of you in professional or creative fields, this card is showing advancement based on merit. Promotions, new positions, featured opportunities, these are coming your way because you have demonstrated competence and reliability. The Three of Pentacles says your work speaks for itself, and the right people are paying attention. This card also represents building something that lasts. While your opposition was creating schemes that collapsed quickly, you are building foundations that can support long-term success. The Three of Pentacles shows construction, architecture, and the creation of structures that endure. Your success is going to stand the test of time because it is built on solid ground. I am seeing that some of you may be working on projects that involve multiple people or require different areas of expertise. The Three of Pentacles is extremely favorable for these collaborative efforts. It indicates that everyone involved will contribute their best work and that the final result will exceed what any individual could have created alone. The recognition aspect of this card is particularly significant after everything you have been through. The people who tried to destroy your reputation and stop your progress are going to watch as you receive public acknowledgement for your skills and contributions. The Three of Pentacles often appears when someone is literally being praised or awarded for their work, and that energy is present for you now. This card also speaks to mastery and craftsmanship. You are not just competent at what you do, you are becoming or have become a master. The Three of Pentacles represents someone who has moved beyond beginner or intermediate levels and is now recognized as an expert. This level of skill cannot be faked or bought, which is why the bribes failed. People want to work with real masters, not pretenders. The Three of Pentacles is also about receiving fair compensation for your work. You are going to be paid what you are worth. The days of being undervalued or overlooked are ending. People who understand quality are willing to invest properly in securing your skills and expertise. This is the natural result of the Justice card balancing the scales. For those of you who have been working on building your reputation or establishing yourself in your field, the Three of Pentacles confirms that your efforts are paying off. Your name is becoming associated with quality work. People are starting to seek you out specifically because they have heard about your skills. This organic growth of reputation is far more valuable than any marketing or manipulation could create. This final card is also showing me apprenticeship and mentorship energy. You may find yourself in a position to teach others or to learn from true masters in your field. The Three of Pentacles represents the passing of knowledge and skills from those who have mastery to those who are committed to learning. Whether you are the teacher or the student in this scenario, the exchange will be valuable and enriching. The cathedral imagery in the traditional Three of Pentacles is significant. Cathedrals take years or even generations to build. They require planning, skill, patience, and collaboration. This is the energy of your success. You are not building something quick and flashy that will crumble in a few years. You are building something magnificent that will endure and that others will admire long into the future. What I love about this card concluding your reading is that it shows you exactly where you are headed. While your opposition burns out from their own toxic energy and faces consequences for their actions, you are stepping into a period of recognition, collaboration, and well-deserved success. The Three of Pentacles says your hard work is about to pay off in tangible, visible ways. All right, Pisces, let me bring this all together for you, because there is such a clear narrative running through these 10 cards. What we are seeing here is a complete picture of a situation where people attempted to sabotage you through schemes, bribes, and manipulation, but every single one of their efforts failed and is now backfiring on them spectacularly. The Nine of Swords showed us that your opposition is mentally tormented by their own actions. They cannot sleep. They cannot find peace. Their schemes have created a prison of anxiety and fear that they cannot escape. Meanwhile, the Ten of Cups showed your path forward, which is filled with genuine fulfillment, joy, and authentic relationships. The contrast could not be more clear. The world confirmed that you are completing a major life cycle. This entire challenging period was the final test before your breakthrough. You passed that test by maintaining your integrity and refusing to sink to their level. Now, the universe is opening doors for you that lead to entirely new levels of opportunity and experience. The Three of Wands revealed that you are already looking ahead to new horizons, while they remain stuck fighting old battles. You have the vision and strategic thinking to see opportunities they cannot even imagine. Your perspective is elevated and your planning is solid. The future belongs to those who can see it coming, and you can see it clearly. The Ace of Swords brought the gift of absolute clarity and truth. Everything that was hidden is being revealed. Every deception is being exposed. You now have the mental sharpness to see through any future manipulation attempts, and the truth about what happened is becoming known to everyone who matters. The Page of Pentacles showed us that while they were wasting resources on bribes and schemes, you were developing real skills and laying solid foundations for lasting success. Your commitment to excellence and continuous improvement is creating opportunities that no amount of manipulation could match. The Devil revealed the true nature of your opposition. They are enslaved by their own jealousy, greed, and insecurity. Their attacks on you come from a place of internal bondage and spiritual sickness. Understanding this helps you see that their actions were never really about you. They are fighting demons of their own creation. Justice arrived to balance the scales. Every action has consequences, and the universal law of cause and effect cannot be cheated. The people who chose deception are receiving the natural results of that choice. You, who chose integrity, are about to receive recognition and reward for staying true to yourself. The Empress brought the energy of creativity, abundance, and natural growth. While they focused on destruction, you were creating and nurturing new projects and relationships. Your generative energy is about to manifest as real, tangible abundance in your life. The seeds you planted are ready to bloom. And finally, the Three of Pentacles showed us the destination of this journey. You are stepping into a period of recognition, collaboration with quality people, and success based on genuine skill and merit. The right people see your value and want to work with you. Your reputation is growing organically, and your expertise is being acknowledged by those who truly understand quality Pisces. What strikes me most about this reading is how clearly it shows that you do not need to fight these people or seek revenge. They are destroying themselves through their own actions. Your job is simply to keep moving forward, keep developing your skills, keep building genuine relationships, and keep creating value. The universe is handling the rest. The bribes got rejected because people recognized your authentic value. Their attempts to make you sick failed because you are protected by your own integrity and positive energy. Their competition fell flat because they were competing alone while you were building genuine community and support. I want you to remember something important as you move forward. The fact that people felt threatened enough to try bribing others and scheming against you is actually a compliment. They only attack when they feel threatened. They only scheme when they know they cannot compete fairly. Your very existence challenges their mediocrity, and that terrifies them. But you do not need to gloat or celebrate their downfall. The highest form of victory is to keep being yourself. Keep creating value, keep maintaining your standards, and let your success speak for itself. The Three of Pentacles promises that your work is going to be recognized and celebrated. You do not need to announce your wins. They will be visible to everyone. For those of you who have been feeling tired or discouraged by all of this drama, I want you to know that the exhausting part is over. The World card marked the completion of this difficult cycle. You are stepping into something new and much better. The energy ahead is collaborative, creative, and abundant. You earn this through your integrity and perseverance. If you learned anything from this experience, I hope it is the value of staying true to yourself even when others are playing dirty. The temptation to fight fire with fire is real, but you resisted that temptation, and now you are reaping the benefits of that choice. You can move forward with a clean conscience and no karmic debts. Watch what happens in the coming weeks and months. You are going to see the truth of these cards manifesting in your reality. Opportunities that seemed out of reach will become accessible. People who matter will recognize your value. Projects that were stalled will suddenly move forward, and through it all, you will maintain the integrity and grace that got you here. To those who competed against you, who tried to sabotage you, who offered bribes to stop you, the cards have a simple message. Their schemes failed. Their bribes were rejected. Their competition was solo and desperate while you were building genuine community and value, and now they get to watch as you succeed anyway, knowing that their efforts only strengthened you and exposed their own lack of character. But the cards also offer them a path forward if they are willing to take it. The devil showed they are enslaved by their own negative patterns. Those chains are loose. They could remove them if they chose to. Justice does not just punish wrongdoing. It also rewards positive change. If they ever choose to develop real skills, build genuine relationships, and compete with integrity, the universe will respond to that too. For you though, Pisces, the message is clear and beautiful. Keep being who you are. Keep creating what you create. Keep building what you are building. The right people see you. The right opportunities are coming. The recognition you deserve is on its way. And the best revenge against those who tried to stop you is the success you are about to experience. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I hope this reading brought you clarity, confirmation, and maybe even some peace about everything you have been dealing with. The cards spoke with such clear voice today about your situation and your bright future ahead. If this reading resonated with you, I would love to know. Drop a comment and share what you are experiencing. Sometimes it helps to know you are not alone in dealing with these kinds of challenges. And if you found value here, consider sharing this with other Pisces who might need to hear this message right now. Take care of yourself, trust the process, and remember that your integrity is your superpower. The universe sees you, supports you, and is orchestrating your success in ways that no human scheme can prevent.